What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Today I'm going to show you how to kill mercenaries that are above your level or at your level easier than ever in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. If you're new to the channel, my name's Shappy and I make guide videos and review content for all sorts of different AAA titles, and today we are in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Now, Assassin's Creed Odyssey is a really fun game. I've been having a blast, and I am going to be making a video talking about whether you should be buying and trying this game in 2025, even though it's like 7 years old, which is absolutely crazy. But without further ado, let's get into why you came to this video. Now, to start with, the first question is why, right? Why do we want to kill mercenaries that are a higher level than we are? And the reason for that is actually these detailed mercenary benefits. So in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, different tiers have different benefits to you. And the tier that I think is probably one of the most important is actually this tier 3 here. Blacksmiths will reduce their price on upgrading services by 50%. If you're anything like me, you probably are using legendary equipment and you're using the same piece over and over, and it gets really expensive to upgrade, but they can also reduce their price on engraving. Sponsors will remove their bounties for less. There's all sorts of different reasons why you want to go ahead and kill these mercenaries, especially earlier on in the game when you do not have a lot of cash. Now, I have a fair bit of cash on hand at this point, and a lot of that's just from killing mercenaries, taking their weapons, and then selling them. But you can see there's tons of different benefits to doing this. So now let's actually talk about how to do it. So I made a video talking about how to tame the best legendary beast. Be sure to check that out on the top right side of your screen. But you're going to want to go ahead and do that. You don't have to, but you're going to want to. And use the Beastmaster ability. I typically recommend that you tame either a lion or a bear or one of the leopards, but you definitely want an alpha. Usually I am going for the lions these days. In the previous video, I talked about the leopards. Now, this skill is important, but it's not the most important. The most important skill is actually Call to Arms. And most Assassin's Creed games have this ability. So if you're playing Origins or another Assassin's Creed game, you could use this as well. But this ability is really overpowered. Essentially, what you can do is you can summon a lieutenant to come in and attack the mercenary and deal a ton of damage to them. And they will last roughly around 50 seconds, but honestly, they end up getting wounded, and so you're going to have to jump in at some point. Now, the cool thing is you can go through and you can see your lieutenants on your ship. Generally, you're going to want a legendary lieutenant. You can tame some from knocking out a mercenary as well. I'll make a separate video on that. But if you've played any of the previous games, I actually tend to think Aya is the best because she comes in with swords and daggers. Some of these others will come in with the spears or the larger weapons, and they just take a long time to deal damage. So personally, I go with Aya, but let me know in the comment section below, which lieutenant are you actually using? So those are the abilities that you're going to want to have. Now let's actually jump in game and let me show it to you in action. Okay, we are back. So here's an example of me actually doing this in game. You'll notice I didn't have a bounty here. You can do it with or without a bounty. It depends on if you're really trying to get them to come to you. Generally, I prefer to do it without a bounty, but with a bounty works just as well. And you would want a higher level bounty to get higher level enemies to come get you. Now, what you'll notice here is technically I'm still in stealth. And what you can do is you can have your animal and your lieutenant attack the target, and then you can use your stealth ability there to come in, take out the target really easily using poison or fire damage, or you could shoot from afar using arrows and make them chase you. But you saw just how quickly I did that, and that was with an enemy my level. So now let's take a look at an enemy not my level, right? Here's an enemy that I technically should not be fighting. This is Seeker Hypatos. So you can see he's got that symbol that says he is above my level. But I just did the same thing here. I'm crouched, I summon my lieutenant, and I'm technically still in stealth. So he can't see me right now. What this means is I can stealth attack and do that, or I could use the ability like I did in the previous one. Now what's cool here is when I stealth attack, my lion can actually come in and start fighting with us. You see he's over there deciding not to get involved, but you can use the lion, and I definitely recommend you should. Now when you're doing these kinds of battles, something I would also recommend, do not try and parry the targets. Use that dodge ability religiously. There we go. The lion came in and is now helping out. But you want to use that dodge ability, and personally I kind of like using the arrows because if he's going to be attacking your animal or your lieutenant, it's way easier to just go ahead and snipe him from afar.
I need a second.
But there you see I actually did take some damage, and that's why I'm saying you really do want to be using that dodge ability. You do want to let some of those other folks absorb that damage, and that's really going to be the easiest way to go ahead and take out these targets. Here's another example. This one actually has an animal with him. You can knock them out and actually bring the animals with you, which I think is kind of cool. But again, same process here. You see we have a lieutenant from the ship. I'm actually showing off Aya here. There's a bunch of different options. You could use another mercenary if you so wanted to, but again, I just chose her. And we have our quarry identified. And I'm actually swapping to Telius to show you guys that you probably do want someone with a sword because again, it takes a little bit longer. But the key here is you have to be hidden in order to summon your lieutenant. And you see I have a bounty here, so this guy was just hunting me. But the spears really don't do quite as much damage. And then here we go, the lion is ready. I'm sniping again. This is just the easiest trick. If you want to get bonus points, you should use the death arrows, and alternatively you should use the engraving that will actually give you fire or poison on your arrows every time you shoot. It's pretty cool, and it makes it a little bit easier. There we go. Now I can throw my weapon in, attack him from behind, and he's just got two bouts of health there. My lieutenant's still doing damage. My lion's about to attack, and I don't even need to touch him. So this is definitely going to be the easiest and best way, in my opinion, to take out mercenaries in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. And as you build up your rage meter, you just take them out like that. If you've enjoyed, be sure to hit that subscribe button right over there, bottom right hand corner. Hit the bell so you get notified when new episodes come out. Thank you all. Chappy out.